Hi guys, Tab here. I hope you're all keeping well. A quick video this week. We're going to be discussing the recently announced Taycan and Audi e-tron GT battery recall and what it might mean for you if you're affected. Should you be worried? All of these questions are going to be answered in this video. We're going to find out exactly what's going on, get into the detail a little bit, and see how we've ended up in this situation. But firstly, we've got to set some context. It's very unlikely that you are going to be affected by this. Porsche think it's only a very small percentage of cars that might experience this issue. Don't forget, the Audi and the Porsche Taycan share that same platform. The premium platform electric just rolls off the tongue, that one, doesn't it? Hence the reason they're both affected. They use the same battery pack. So let's first understand why this is so important, a recall, and why it is crucial that if you are recalled, you get it done as soon as possible. Lithium-ion batteries, as we know, are pretty dangerous when things go wrong. You've seen what happens with e-scooters when you have runaway fires on those. It is not ideal. It is a chemical reaction that is pretty much unstoppable and ends up in the complete annihilation of whatever that battery is sat in, be it the e-scooter, your phone, or worst case scenario, yes, your car. It's pretty much gone, and you want to avoid that short happening at all times, and that is where the problem is with this recall or campaign. Now, just to note here, the recall number, the campaign number that you should be interested in is APB2. You can look it up online and find out if you're affected. Put your VIN number in. Might be a good idea to proactively check it should you be concerned about it. But of course, Porsche will cover the replacement. But let's look at exactly what's going on here. So shorts are what you want to avoid, and during routine testing of the battery packs, the National Highways and Traffic Safety Administration, I believe they're called in America, just another one that rolls off the tongue there, found that the resistance of the insulators in some of those battery packs was below where it should be. What does that mean effectively? Well, it means there's a short happening, or the insulator isn't working as expected. And why might that happen, you think? Well, one of the reasons are some substance in the way that it's acting as a conductor, in this case water. So it was found that there was some water ingress into these batteries that was causing the issue. Now let's look at the design of these packs specifically. We've got to get our head around just how this looks. So if you imagine a Tesla battery pack, they are made up of thousands upon thousands of battery cells that look very much like AA batteries that you might be accustomed to in your life, very familiar. The Taycan battery pack is slightly different, and I prefer it in terms of design. It's denser, it's richer in terms of power versus having all these individual cells packed together. It's not as dense as it could be and adds to weight, right? So the Porsche Taycan battery pack is a big pack which is made up of multiple modules, 33 modules in this case. In those modules you have 12 cells that look like a pouch, kind of like an elongated sachet, if you will. And what was happening is water was getting into those modules, as far as I'm aware, and causing this short issue, which is not good because it can result in a thermal incident, as has been reported, or the car just dying. The PCM, the computer, just saying that this car is no longer working properly and basically cutting all the power for safety. So that is what's happening. The water was getting into these modules because recently a sealing process was changed. I believe they've now started using a compound, and unfortunately they might not have been using that in greater enough of a quantity, which was resulting in water ingress into these modules and this short situation becoming a problem. So not an ideal situation, but one that Porsche are looking to rectify very quickly, and understandably so. So that is the positive thing here. How many cars are affected? Well, the numbers I've got here are 4,777 Taycans and 1,899 e-tron GT. So it's a significant number of cars. When were the cars made? They were made between September of 2022 and August of 2023. So I would urge you to look up as soon as you can the the VIN number recall status of your car to see if you're affected. So what will happen if your car is affected? Well, Porsche should hopefully be proactively contacting you. Again, you can find out if you're affected, and your car will be brought in for testing. They will test specifically that resistance level of the battery, the performance of the battery, and see what's going on there. And should that resistance number be low enough, it may be that your battery is at fault and your battery will be replaced. Now, I don't know whether it's the full battery pack that is going to be replaced or just the module, but either way, I think it's potentially a bit of a win. If you've got a 2022 car, maybe you've already put a lot of miles on your car, you're effectively getting a brand new battery pack out of this. That's good, right? Because we know battery packs degrade over time, so you could be on for a bit of a win here. But yes, it's going to mean work. It's going to mean your car out of action for a while. I'm not sure how complex the battery pack process is. You've got to drop it out the bottom of the car. But yeah, it's not an ideal situation and probably a fair bit of work. And of course, there's potentially quite a few cars to get through. Now, I should note that Porsche don't perceive all those numbers of cars that I've just given out to be affected. They only reckon around the 3% level of cars to be affected. So not a lot that will actually require the battery being replaced. So it's not an ideal situation, but I think we have to kind of sum up by saying that recalls do tend to err on the side of caution, so I wouldn't be too worried per se. There's plenty of safety mechanisms built into the battery. They're generally very well protected, because in the event of a crash, for example, you do not want the battery to be damaged to the point where it shorts out, etc. So just try and have a bit of context around this. I'm in a Taycan now. My Taycan's been perfect, luckily. Mine was built before the recall window, so fingers crossed I should be all right. I still love driving the thing. It's great round the roads, and yeah, I've not had any issues. Of course, Taycans have not been without their fair share of problems. It's still a new platform, so they have the heater recall issue as well. But everything that goes wrong with a car, every recall, every little niggle that happens, every nuance is all about improving the car, making it better. You improve on the mistakes, you improve the quality of the platform, and you make it better in the long run. That is the crucial thing here. So that is it for this video, a quick one. Just wanted to discuss this, set some context. If you are affected, my thoughts are with you as you go through this recall process. I hope it's a smooth journey for you and works out all right, and you could end up potentially with a new battery pack out of it, which might just be a great little thing to have. But that is it for this video. Do stay safe, stay well. See you on the next one. Bye for now.